Well, hello, good evening, and we are back. Sorry for the unexpected hiatus. I had some internet trouble, but we are back to streaming. Now, for anybody who forgets, we were just settling basically our little area here, and that's mostly what we're going to continue doing. We've met a whole bunch of new neighbors around us. Now we're just spreading around our workers, making some more improvements. For right now, we just want to yeah, these guys are doing their thing. Looks like they might have settled relatively close, which is okay. So we want to cut all of the jungle away from the edge of our island. We're hooking up our copper so we can start working it. We just entered the Copper Age. Got a national horse breeder. No, we don't need the monkey.
Yes.
Don't need the frog either. Let's see, any new developments? Oh. This area's been destroyed again. Must have been a random event. Still got the city ruins. Let's rush over a settler and take this spot we originally wanted, because I see that the pit bog has disappeared. And before it comes back, let's get it all taken care of. Let's see, just add a couple of should do. Alrighty, now we got copper being worked, which is good. I'm gonna remove the forest from over here. If we can rush this settler over there and get that taken care of. And it looks like everybody is starting to get ready to go into the next era. Myth of the Reptile. We'll send the great person over with them. That way it will boost that village toward the earth. Don't need the Viper. And their culture's still standing there. That's interesting. They got a new village here. They're definitely becoming a threat. Give them more food items when they're done with that. Have them fight for entertainment. Don't need the snake. Or the toucan. Definitely know that Persia's here. They have a city there. See if we can get a better sight of them. The myth of the marsupial. Four more turns. Same thing. Just gonna get all their food buildings first. Luckily, we don't really need to worry about any defense. We have a lot of water units going around.
Tell me what to do.
Just got the Australians here. They got a nice little war party. Maybe they're going over here to attack the Indians. Fortunately for us, we don't have to actually worry about a lot of, like, special civilization bonuses and stuff like that. Because Caveman to Cosmos, it's all based off of the cultures they build, so we could run into some interesting combos. Unique units and stuff like that. And we haven't gotten to the point where we start messing around with hero units yet, which can be very, very powerful. Forget what this tune is called in particular, but you hear it a lot in, like, ancient Egyptian documentaries. A lot of the music for Caveman to Cosmos is very mood setting. I will say. Yeah, they've settled a city there and a city there. So we're starting to see the Assyrians. They have a lot of juicy resources here. They're going to be a real rival. Ethiopia is kind of... When they build out, they're going to be a very rich, just all that gold and silver. Looks like they got a little copper. Whatever happens to be up here. Entertain us. They're working this way. We have them working this way. Or maybe we'll have them kind of go down through here. This is actually our silk resource. So we're gonna cut down the forest. Build ourselves a plant picker. We don't actually need that extra archer, so let's go with this and just get all this backlog dealt with. What's the quickest way to get you guys here? Yeah, it looks like it'd be there. Ah, the Assyrians have founded an actual... So we're gonna declare peace.
What's the plan? What's the plan? Your orders.
Continue going and cutting things down. Same thing here, we're gonna put a plant picker. Myth of the snake. So pit bogs come and go. So we're definitely wanting to get over
And them
here.
that take the sword shall perish by the sword.
Okay, so now we are fully in the Copper Age. Now the Copper Age is something that's really looked over whenever you're going into history. It usually goes, oh, it's the Stone Age, and then boom, you're instantly like in the Bronze Age. In between the Stone Age and the Bronze Age is an overall encompassing age, which is the Copper Age. Now, not everybody had their own Copper Age. Like in the Americas, there wasn't really a huge thing with metals, simply because there wasn't a lot of it available. So we're going to look at the big picture. So usually when you're referring to the Copper Age, you're mostly referring to what's going around the Mediterranean, but this is actually a lot more of a broader sense. Like, yeah, you have Yutzi, which is, I mentioned like I think 2 episodes back, was most likely a trader. That was a little about like around 3000 BC. But the Copper Age truly began roughly around 9000 BC, maybe 8000 BC. Because you have the very, very simple where it starts out as just like trinkets and stuff like that. And then it starts becoming, as you can manipulate it, a lot more easier, more tool-oriented equipment. And then eventually weapons. So we're going to go with exploration and navigation to start out with, being that we are definitely going to be a seafaring nation in one form or another. Folk medicine, very important. Could go with oil lamps. That will give us the access to the arsonists. Also, workers make stuff a little quicker because of the oil lamps. And then soap makers, this makes us all a little over just healthier in general, which will also give us masonry and salt preservation. Let's see. Naval warfare. We might start running into rival naval vessels, so we want to have like war galleys, which will mean we need stargazing, trade, and the plow. That way we can really start dipping into our agriculture. Heritage, mummification, chariots. Give us mobility, as we might be starting to see some of the first warfare soon. Just depends on how things are going to be going. The pulley, this is going to give us a lot better worker improvements, along with the pulley wheel. Start making loom. And then lead working. Board games and ceremony. Start going into priesthood. Piracy. Then we want to go really into irrigation along with the gardenings. This is going to give us access to our silk, like proper, and falconry. We might want to make a run for writing. It's one of the more important, like, of the ancient era. It's going to give us a good bit. Specialization will allow us to move around like our animals. So basically, if we don't have an area that has access to certain animals, we can send a breeding pair to a city, and that will give us like access to horses, cats, dogs, stuff like that. Then we'll make a beeline for divination, matriarchy, and patriarchy. Basically see how our society wants to go and operate. Plumbing would be a next thing be good to get. Hey! DJ! How you doing? Hydraulic mining, we actually know for a fact that the Mesopotamians were doing a form of hydraulic mining during the Copper Age. I think at this point it would be a good idea to get into oratory and then finally enter the Bronze Age. It's definitely a fun game. After we enter the Bronze Age with bronze working, we could also get brass working, because it kind of came like hand in hand with one another. But I definitely want to pick up writing. Writing started popping around right around the time whenever you started having bronze. Though some societies were writing before that. So I'll go into candle making, reincarnation, magic, astrology, karma, and then reincarnation. Veterinary medicine, so whenever we start getting a lot more animal units, we'll be able to, like, and this also heals like cavalry and stuff, we'll have like the veterinarian. Furniture making. The spindle. Be able to start telling time. Monotheism. Pick up monarchy. Then we'll go into seafaring. Logistics. This will give us the trireme. Scriptures. Gears, and we're just gonna basically pick up everything else. So there we go, we'll be going through the Copper Age and hitting into the Bronze Age. When we hit classical lifestyle, the first thing I want to go and hit is definitely going to be the alphabet. Should be pretty useful. So when you first get writing, you can assume that you're using more cuneiform type style. And whenever you hit the alphabet, this is more like a set, like how you do things a little bit more. Also gives us closed borders and open borders, which is just a really nice thing to do for us. And then after that, we can like establish the aristocracy. And I'm doing okay. Just setting up our advancements. So we're just going to be clearing away some of the jungle. I'm not sure if we have Tales of the Orca or not. Let's get our archers over here. Before that pit bog comes back, or worse, they manage to settle the city again.
Awaiting your orders.
Make that
Awaiting your orders.
go over here. Just keep on going. I know we have a mackerel. Now our first tools and things like that, it's just mostly going to be affecting our workers, but we're going to get copper a lot more sophisticated. Now copper weapons as an entirety is kind of debatable. We did know that they made them into axes, and you can easily turn an axe from, you know, just a regular chopping tool to a proper, you know, weapon. Don't need the mackerel. But there's the real debate on if they were being purposely made as weapons and spear tips, because at the same time, it was still very prevalent to see stone and obsidian. You don't see mass production of weaponries. And when I say I'm not talking about like machine production, you know, spit thousands of these things out, but like on a regular basis where a whole army was equipped with like metal weaponry until the Bronze Age. But, and here's a big but, we have found copper spears. Basically, the tip is a copper spear. Folklore of the Ray. And we can't build. I think it's because we're actually physically building the folklore. We almost got our guy over here. Messing with Carthage for a bit, that's always nice. Prove the nearest city, which they'll do in a moment. Harpy's Eagle. Can't really do anything with it. Yeah, we couldn't do anything. I couldn't remember if we had the, if we had Tales of the Orca already or not. Soon we need to start pouring out the, worker ships and start really improving our coastline. Build that. And just go down the line. Folklore of the Ibex. You know, let's be really nice to... Because they got a lot of minerals. Maybe we can actually spice up and have... No, we can't trade tech. I was gonna say, if I gave them technology, maybe they would be more inclined to trade their minerals with us. Later on. Alright, let's get our plant picking. We want our silk. No need for the tails of the marlin. Yeah, the Russians still have a scout. Have a scout here. Tails of the lizard. Oh, good. Next turn we'll have this settlement taken care of.
Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore.
Alrighty, now we have a new city. If you're still with us, DJ, we are going to name a city after you. J. Cool Master. Since you're here quite often. And I appreciate the support. And we're also going to give the Great Hunter so it grows a little quicker. Heal them up. Build up the industry. Plant picker. Cottage. Keep on going. Our hunters will basically annoy the Carthaginians for a while. Let's see. Basically just go down this list. Hopefully our cities will grow now a lot quicker on the home island.
Ready for action.
Bog's moved over there. Now, if it comes back onto the city, it won't be much of a problem. It's just going to make the city unhealthy. Our Wonder tab. Cleopatra's Needle. We might want to build that up. Alrighty, we got that taken care of. Let's head over to this camp. Clear out this area here. Actually, no. We're going to clear out this farm so we can get the agriculture taken care of. Looks like we discovered Germany. Question is where? The Celts are definitely our closest rival. They're getting up there. They're about to be in the ancient era with us. Let's get their food production. Don't really need the wombat. Clear that out for reasons. Now we can develop ourselves even further. So we picked up, I believe, seafaring to start out with, yeah, and agricultural. So now we want to decide what will our next, basically what will be within our national culture. We can go industrious and build things quicker, which might be very nice. Imperialistic won't be a lot of use to us right now. Don't really need nomadic, since we're going to be more centralized. I'm going to say industrious. This is going to give us more production. Just building things quicker is always nice. Steal that worker again. Hopefully all this will be built relatively quickly. Britannia is gonna grow soon. The rest of our cities are growing pretty nicely. Our outposts on the mainland are growing. The governor's pets. Sure, we get our town halls so we can work our land more efficiently. Send them up here and keep a chopping. Send them over here and chop down this.
At your service.
Send them over here and just keep on chopping. When we get irrigation, this is gonna go up real quick. Like our agricultural production.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
Negotiation. Why was I saying navigation? For the love of God. Dyslexia is fun. We'll just build up the rest of these. And the thing is, now that we're industrious, as soon as we start working like these metals and getting our mines set up, it's gonna skyrocket how quick we build these. The old man of the forest myth. Just gonna chop this down. It's gonna boost our population as well, having these little cottages. free turtle shell. Very good. Very nice. There we go. Let's work in that.
At your service.
Come over here. Early quarry. This is stone. Good, we're working the stone. Have a whole bunch of agriculture. Getting most of our fish from the sea. All of this is untapped potential right here that we'll have access to. Britannia has the potential of becoming a colossal city. Alrighty, we got that taken care of. Let's keep on moving with this. Interesting. Well, now the Celts are within the ancient era. I'm just gonna cut that down, cut this down, put down a cottage. Early quarry. On the hunt. Very good. Don't really need that. The horse will definitely come in use. As soon as Britannia is done with its build here, we're going to send out a couple more settlers and go ahead and get ourselves the two little areas right here so we can make basically a little canal. The city will allow us to move our naval units in and out of our freshwater sea. Definitely want to hop over here. Having a horse herd will allow us to get more scouts. Well, better type of scouts. If we wanted to. At the Baron Door. We will remove the vegetation there and put up a another cottage. Strategic grain reserve would be a nice building to have. Early quarry. Oh. As long as we have those mountain passes, everything will be fine. Quite fine.
The art of medicine consists in amusing the patient while nature cures the disease.
It's gonna upgrade to a farm, so we don't really need to.
Tell me what to do. Awaiting your orders. Ready for action.
Upgrade these cities. Send them over here.
What do you need?
Remove that jungle. One of those. Annoying. I want to promote your channel, bots. Yeah, get out of here with that. Alrighty. Oh, what do we got over here? Platinum. That's really valuable. Didn't notice that. There we go. And just continue going up the coastline. Little population centers.
Yes?
We go over here, do the same thing. Yep. Some more population centers. Peeling back the jungle.
To keep a lamp burning, we have to keep putting oil in it.
Oh, there we go. Start getting our city's industry going. There we are. Ooh. Or the myth of the seabird. I'm gonna go with the blue-footed bubba. That jungle needs to stay because it's working prime timber. Eventually that log camp will get rid of the jungle, but until then it actually gives more production in that case, on top of the prime timber. Well, hopefully these folklores will be dealt with soon. If either one of these settlements actually finish up what they're doing, we could start sending out settlers from them. Let's see, do we have any better government choices? Not yet. Doesn't look like it. So right now we're not into a position where we want to like pick the different ones, because early on, whenever you're doing your government choices, it's just a clear each one happens to be better than the last one. Like the caste system just gives us a, even though in practice it's a horrible, horrible thing, but giving us that production is very, very nice. Actually, that's 2. So yeah, it's definitely better than tribal. Find cult. Yeah, if you ever just wanted to sit there and read on a subject, like, there's a lot of info in Caveman to Cosmos. An early quarry. A milk whale. Let's upgrade all of our healers to wise men. That'll keep our cities more healthy. Build a cottage. Let's have you come over here and get this 10 hooked up. Build a mine. They have 9 cities now. Syria is gonna be something to watch out for. Must just be spitting out people now. And they took this city down here. Because that's not in the Assyrian name list. So that must have been a barbarian encampment. Oh yeah, that's Germany. Collar right there.
It is from their foes, not their friends, that cities learn the lesson of building high walls.
Hamlet. Better quarries. City-states. Now, we are definitely going to take the city-state. Now, we have some risk with the city-state. Whenever we go and take this, this will give a chance for any of our cities that happen to be unhappy or problematic, which we don't luckily have some for right now. But as long as we have a hold of this, there's a good chance that we could lose some of our outlying cities as they become independent. But it gives us a much better, just overall, better production, commerce, food, culture, general income. tech research. And we're gonna take this for right now. Could go ahead and build that, a stone watchtower. And we're going to finish out the anarchy and call it a day. Have them come over here and chop down that forest. A herd of pigs, that would be very nice. Entertain that. Let's see. Put them there, cut down that. Don't have any use for this. Put them over there. Have them chop that down. Go. And I'm gonna call it. That's all I have really time for. So come back next time if you liked what you saw and you want to just sit back and relax as we continue our expansion. Hopefully next time we'll have a little bit more time. But one of the things that I want to do before we enter the classical era, or at least in the classical era, is definitely settle the entire area here. So relatively soon we're going to start seeing a large amount of basic settling. Kind of really establish the empire. So come back next time as I hit the wrong button. And we will see you all later, you alligators. Bye bye now.